Hey guys, my name is Crucial, and you guys are watching the Nerds Templar.
How are you today, Crucial? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just woke up, and the minute I woke up, slept through my alarm, I immediately ran to my computer because I was all like, "Oh God, I'm making Zach wait." So I didn't want to be too late.
It's okay. I have a feeling this interview is going to be worth the wait. So,
Ah,
won't you give us a quick overview of who you are and what your channel's all about?
so my name is Crucial, or Justin, whatever you would like to call me, and I've been doing WoW vids since like I don't know, like 3 years back. Since after Throne of Thunder came out for Mists of Pandaria, whatever that patch is. And I just decided to make videos because I love the game. I had a really strong passion about the game back then, and I wanted to, I don't know, make like some videos to see other people's reactions to the videos that I maybe made and see their perspectives on my takes on certain things. And that's why I like, kind of make machinimas, because I want to see if there's any other insane human beings out there with my type of humor as well. And I just had a really strong passion about World of Warcraft back then that I just really wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I was actually really into making videos back then, because I was not only into the game, but I was really into YouTube as well. And unfortunately nowadays I've been really busy, and to be honest, the drive for World of Warcraft, especially in Legion, has kind of died down a bit for me. So I haven't been playing the game that much as of recently. And also, in addition to that, I'm too busy to edit videos nowadays. So that's why I actually hired an editor recently by the name of Captain Grimm to do my videos. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do YouTube as of currently, to be completely honest. So it's pretty much a quick overview of like the channel and like how I started and where I'm at right now.
No, fair enough. What made you get into YouTube? And what made you get into WoW too? And how did those two kind of find each other into a mix?
Okay, so I'll talk about how I got into WoW first. So I got into WoW when I was like in sixth grade or something like that, a pretty long while back. And I actually got in because my friend came over one day, and we were bored. So, oh no, I came over to his house, sorry, and we were bored. And as I'm playing this game, I was like, dude, that is one big ass freaking game. Like, you could go anywhere you want. So I just like pulled up a chair behind him. I was like, dude, what freaking game is that? And then he just continued to play the game, and then I saw everything. I saw him, taming Crocolists, going across bridges filled with water, and killing plane striders and the barons and stuff like that. All of these simple things that you would just literally shrug over and look over at a glimpse nowadays. But back then, this was huge, because I went from games like, I don't know, Midnight Club on the PS2 or something like that, which is like barely an open world game where all you could do is race cars, to World of Warcraft, which is a huge game that completely blew my mind. So that was pretty much how I got into WoW. It was because of my friend. Now, as to how I got into YouTube, because like I said, I just had a strong passion for the game, and I wanted to see what making a YouTube channel, how it would do out for me. And I also started, or ironically, funny enough, I didn't even start off by watching WoW YouTubers. I started YouTube by watching fitness YouTubers. I was like, man, this looks pretty cool. Like, just being a YouTuber. But instead of getting into fitness, I started to get into WoW, because I was kind of young back then, and I just wanted to focus on gaming and videos and whatnot, instead of like fitness and whatnot. So that's how I pretty much started YouTube in World of Warcraft.
So, being big in the fitness and big in the World of Warcraft, what kind of tipped the scales for you to go more into World of Warcraft? Like, why didn't you start a fitness YouTube channel?
Well, one, I didn't know that I didn't know enough about fitness to make a fitness YouTube channel. Like, yeah, you know I worked out like pretty often, like 4 or 5 times a week. I went to the gym like 4 to 5 times a week, but I didn't know enough to the point of where I could just come on and talk. I would never make a fitness channel unless I knew a lot about the subject, like unless if I studied in that field in college and could actually give legitimate information that wouldn't come at the cost of actually harming people's health, uh, instead of me actually thinking that it's going to help them. Because a lot of YouTubers out there in the fitness industry, they rely on something called bro science, which is basically their advice backed on nothing scientific. It's just do this because it worked for me, which is not how it goes because everyone's body is different. So I wanted to avoid that altogether. And also because when I started YouTube, I was like, I don't know, 17 or something like that. And I was just not, that's just not a good, I didn't want to make a fitness channel back then because not only was I not big enough, but I also had a significant back injury that I was pretty aware back then that it might play a role into debilitating me in the future, and that I most likely could not follow bodybuilding or weightlifting all of my life rather. And so I thought, like, what else can I make videos on instead of that? And I was like, World of Warcraft, because I'm playing World of Warcraft pretty damn often, and I'm playing it with a lot of good friends. So I just wanted to see, maybe I can meet new cool people over YouTube, or maybe I could just see their reactions and just make a video for make a YouTube channel for shits and giggles. And before I knew it, it pretty much boomed into something that I have like 100K subs over. So that was pretty neat, seeing how like a simple hobby went from something that I kept going at to something like that eventually grew and boomed up to be something not big, but like a good sizable amount of subs.
No, that's awesome, and I always recommend that to people when they start a YouTube. Don't do it for money. Don't do it to start a career. Do it for the passion, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd be lying if I said money wasn't involved. Every YouTuber does YouTube for money. Let's keep that honest. But
All right. To be fair, yeah.
yeah, but I'm just keeping it honest. But like, I will say that like at the start, it was mainly like the passion, the drive. But as time goes on, of course, money plays a factor because like you need money to survive. Like we're not living in a fantasy world over here, like so.
I mean, I pay $15 a month to live in a fantasy world, man.
That's true. That's true. I pay $15 a month to farm crabs.
I mean, you've been making WoW videos for a while, so what's your favorite part of World of Warcraft, and why? So, like, what aspect of World of Warcraft, what events have happened in World of Warcraft, that type of thing.
So honestly, a lot of people probably won't wouldn't think this, but my favorite part about WoW is actually trade chat and the trolling, because I'm a huge freaking troll. Like I say I say a lot of things that like you shouldn't take seriously, and I love going on trade chat and just messing with people, and that was pretty much what I did since the start of when I started playing. I entered Orgrimmar. I was like, oh my, what is this chat? My chat feed started getting flooded with like messages from channel 2, and I was like, oh, okay, this is trade chat. So I asked my friend, how do you go into trade chat? And then that was day 1 of my trolling. And ever since then, I started trolling trade chat. And it's unfortunate nowadays because, to keep it real, once again, a lot of the servers nowadays in WoW are freaking dead. A lot of them are dead. And that's one of the things that killed, that was a big demotivator for me, was the fact that there wasn't really a social aspect now compared to what it was back in the days. And, a lot of people may have actually thought that I would have said the lore and the story. And that's true. I love the lore and the story. That's actually one of the reasons that got me into YouTube to begin with. But as for playing the game itself, I value the social aspect and the trolling more than I do the story. I just find it so freaking fun to mess with people. So just as long as it doesn't go too far, I don't do anything like straight up messed up, but like I just troll people and whatnot. And other than that, I would just say the story. The story is just like I like following it all around, see how the narrative evolves over time, and just see how Bliss take a different route with things. Although I will say that I'm not too keen on how many retcons that they tend to do and how inconsistent they are with their lore at times. But it's still really interesting to see how the story develops, and I really do appreciate all the work that they've done, especially in an MMO where like to have a story this good in an MMO is actually really, really just astounding.
WoW Classic and BFA were announced last November. You said you're hype for World of Warcraft that kind of died down a little bit. Do any of those, does either of those tickle your fancy? Are you waiting to get back into the game for one of them?
Honestly, I've been too swamped with school to actually think about getting hyped about to actually get hyped about like the new expansion. I'll be honest with you, but I do miss the times of my buddies and I just logging on and playing World of Warcraft and whatnot. So I am hyped for the new expansion coming out, because I hope that we're going to be playing together again and just return back to World of Warcraft, because there are moments where you just have that drive to play World of Warcraft, and then it sucks that none of your friends are on to play with you. So I will say that I am excited about that. However, my buddies are more excited about Classic than they actually are about Battle for Azeroth. And I will say that I'm really stoked for Classic as well. But the way the game has developed nowadays is that they're entirely two different games on their own. You honestly can't compare the two, because nowadays WoW is like an action RPG. You can solo through most things, and excluding raids, but you can actually solo through most things, whereas back in the day there was a much more involving and social aspect, because the game was really just like, it required you to be resourceful on many levels. I'm not saying it's harder, and I'm not saying it's easier, but it's very different on many levels. And I'm not trying to make an argument down in your comment section, because I know there's a lot of people who say, I'm on that Classic bandwagon, I'm on that retail bandwagon, and there's no, why can't we have both? I'm on that boat, that why can't we just have both? And I'm glad that Blizzard decided to do Classic servers rather than having people rely on private servers. But honestly, yeah, I'm hyped for both of them, man. I hope they both do well. They're both definitely going to have their own different communities. I just hope that I just hope that Battle for Azeroth can deliver, and can really just be consistently good throughout the whole expansion, and not have too many elements that value quantity gameplay rather than quality gameplay. Let me explain that bit. Like, sort of like artifact power. Like, artifact power, not a fan of it, or legendaries at all, because it focuses more on quality game or quantity gameplay rather than quality gameplay. You're in the game doing random stuff just for the chance at getting a legendary, or just for getting more artifact power, which honestly isn't fun, rather than the quality gameplay where you do something and you actually feel a sense of achievement actually after having got it done and whatnot. I hope that made sense.
No, I think I get what you're saying, because quantity gameplay, you're just grinding for the sake of grinding and trying to get lucky with something. Whereas quality can be, you have a dead set goal, you know how to get there, and once you do, you feel super accomplished.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just add one thing to that, by the way, in case anybody's like watching this and may say what, because I know there's a lot of grinding in Classic, Vanilla, BC, all of that. I know there's a ton of grinding, but the grinding back then is like, you're grinding to get to a certain point. Nowadays, it's just you're grinding endlessly to get artifact power, especially at the beginning of patch 7.1 or 7.0. I couldn't really remember. You're just grinding to that infinite stage that has no end to it. And back then you were grinding for a specific purpose. You were grinding to get reputation. You were grinding to get, I don't know, a specific armor piece. You were grinding to get a certain something, and then you could stop and then go on to the next stage. Nowadays, however, you're just grinding endlessly for something that it doesn't even put you, I guess you could say, above others, because back then, back in Vanilla, you grinded to a certain something to make yourself notable and above other people, because you put in the time to get that piece of gear or whatnot. Nowadays, everyone is forced to do that grinding just so that they can be on the same level as everyone else. You grinding that best in slot legendary does not make you better than everyone else. It makes you pretty much the same, because everyone else that's going to be, a player in Legion is most likely going to be doing the same thing, unless you're an extreme casual like me nowadays who barely logs on.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, being a casual. I think I log on about once a week on reset day, just do the bare essentials.
Oh, dude, I haven't logged on in probably a month.
Dude, that's $15 just right down the drain.
It's fine. It's fine. 15 is fine.
As long as it doesn't build up to like 60 or 90.
You never know when you need to log in to get a shot, so that's why I have it still subbed, even though I don't like really log into it too much.
No, that's fair. That's very fair. So this isn't on the topic list, so I'm gonna throw you through a
Sure,
list here.
Go ahead.
Is there anything you want to say to your viewers? Because they're gonna be the majority of the people watching this, probably, and I'm sure they'd love to hear from you.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support over the years. Like I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers say this, and you're probably gonna tune out and say, "Oh, this is all that gunky shit." But it really does mean a lot because you know, like without you guys, I would not be doing YouTube right now. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to support myself through college and whatnot, and through my back treatment, my physical therapy and whatnot, which is pretty expensive. And with you guys, supporting me, it makes it doable, and I'm able to get the treatment that I need and whatnot. So I really do appreciate that, guys. I really, really do. I'm grateful every single step of the way, every single video that I put out, every single time that I'm on YouTube. I'm always thinking about you guys, and I really do appreciate it. And I'm also appreciative of Captain Grimm, who decided to work on my videos and edit for me, because without him, I wouldn't be able to do these videos either. So also I'm giving him a big shout out here, because not only has he upped the quality on the channel, but he's also he's revitalized that passion that I kind of lost about the game. So and through the videos itself. So I'm very glad that he's on board, and I'm very glad that you guys are enjoying the videos. Hopefully. What else was I gonna say? I'm drawing a blank. Oh yeah, that's right. So the way you guys are watching this video right now, you might see me talking, you might see my picture as like Zabuza from Naruto and saying like, what the hell? Well, I totally forgot that this interview was going to be recorded that way. Otherwise, that would have changed my picture to Crucial. But the reason why my picture is what it is because like I said, I like messing with people and I like trolling a lot. In my Discord, we just, I don't know, we're constantly on like a trolling momentum, and like different changing to different things all the time. So I guess that kind of explains why my picture is what it is, because I don't know, one day we were just trolling people and pretending we were all like Naruto characters or something like that. But that's in case you guys were wondering why my picture is what it is. I just decided to explain that halfway through. Zach was asking me a question. I was like, oh shit, my picture is Zabuza. I didn't even change it. But hopefully that explains it to you too, Zach, in case you were wondering.
I will admit, I was wondering when I saw you.
You should have told me, man. I should have changed that.
Well, no, like, wasn't even thinking of it just now. Like, when I first hit you up, I was like, is this the same Crucial?
Yeah, what's it called, dude? There was like a point in time where like all of us were Hutts from Star Wars, and we called ourselves like the Hutt Cartel in our like Discord ranks or whatever. I have a picture of it on Twitter, dude. My Discord is a freaking mess, bro. Like, if you guys like to mess around, join the Discord. You should join the Discord, Zach. You're not in the Discord, right?
So fun fact, I joined because I was trying to figure out if it was you or not, and then I still couldn't figure it out. So I was like, "There's some this isn't what I thought it was." But now that I know what it is, I'll definitely hop back in if you want to shoot me a.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Have you seen some of the channels on the shit posting category?
Not. I'm sure I have. I just can't remember them.
You should check them out, because it pretty much, it's just like, what the hell? It pretty much just gives you the, I don't know, the sort of feeling when you join the Discord. It's like, what the hell did I just join? But whatever.
I guess this is a good segue as we're gonna get to where can we find you? Obviously this Discord, and pretty much any random topic you want to talk about.
Yeah. So again, guys, I just want to say thank you, and I'm always down to meet cool people. Like, I always like pull in random new people on Discord. Just don't be crazy. Don't be saying like crazy ass shit. Don't be saying like racist ass shit. We like to joke around a lot, but anything too serious, please kind of tone that down. But you guys are always welcome to join the Discord, because I always respond to people who PM me and who talk and who try to talk to me in voice chat, unless I'm too busy for whatever reason, or I'm AFK. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of me for some reason, I don't know why, you can check me out on Twitter or on Discord, either or, and I'll be down to talk to you guys, because I really do appreciate all of the support and whatnot. And I think that's pretty much it, Zach. That's all I got.
Thank you very much for joining me, Crucial, for this wonderful conversation.
Absolutely. Sorry for waking up late. That was on me.
Oh, dude, we've all been there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Thank you.